Hi, Mark Kanaar here again, kind of going through my Sega Master System collection. And what I have here today, you can see, is Air Rescue for the Sega Master System. And what makes this unique is it's the Brazilian version from Tec Toy. And when I was a little boy, I ended up getting a Sega Master System before I got an NES. And one of my favorite games to play was Choplifter. And the game was really hard. I remember always getting to the third level, having a really hard time getting through that. And sometimes I would make it, sometimes I wouldn't. When I got older, I found out that if you fly backwards through the stages, it makes it a lot easier, and I ended up beating the game. But what if any way of me describing this game, I would say that it's kind of like Choplifter 2. So if you were interested in Choplifter, this game is definitely one that you'd want to take a look at. And I ended up getting this on eBay. You can kind of see the way that it looks here on the binding. I'll show you the back right now. And this is Air Rescue. And the game is just like Choplifter, what I said. You're flying around, you're rescuing hostages or people in dire situations. And it's a little fun game. You know, I enjoyed playing it. I haven't got all the way through it yet. I got to like the 4th level. Really, really challenging because unlike Choplifter, you kind of have to fly through mazes and not have your helicopter hit anything, which makes it a lot more challenging than Choplifter. Choplifter, one of the things it had was, especially in like stage 3, it had a lot of like things coming at you really fast from underneath that you can't stop. This game has some areas that are a little bit similar to that, but I feel like is a little bit fairer in a lot of situations. So let me open this game up, kind of show you. Now, unfortunately, manual was not with the game, but you can see here that this is what Air Rescue looks like for the Brazilian cart here. And I'll show you the back too. Tec Toy, and you got the 2 screws. I ended up taking it apart and cleaned up the pins. Loads up perfectly. Played it for a while, had a blast. You know, I ended up buying this game when I found out that people were calling it Choplifter 2, I would say about 15 years ago on eBay. I ended up ordering it from Europe. I had the European edition. There's one edition where the front cover looks a lot different than any of the other covers for Air Rescue. And if you go to Sega8bit.com, they end up saying that that particular version is a rarity 10, which is really, really rare. Now, I had Smurfs 2 for the Sega Master System, and I also had the US version of Sonic the Hedgehog for a while. And I had a huge, huge collection about 10 years ago. I sold a whole bunch of it just for the heck of it. I got kind of bored. Didn't have the space for everything. And now I got stuff put back together. So I'm starting it over, making a new collection. I have a lot of really strange stuff still. And I'm going to put it on YouTube so you guys can see it. But this is Air Rescue for the Brazilian version of Tec Toy for the Sega Master System. You guys have a nice day.